Coming up next, why your paycheck isn't a problem. And then millennials moving into management. How do they like it? And we take your calls, and it all starts right now. All right, here we go, coming to you live from our Ramsey Solutions studios in Nashville. You've joined a conversation about who you are, what you were created to do, where you want to do it, and how to get there. I am Ken, and this is the Ken Coleman Show. We're talking about helping you move from paycheck to purpose. In other words, I want to help you reframe the way you look at work. Work is not a thing you do to live. Work is the thing that you do to be on purpose. I think you were created to work. Now, for some of you, you have such a nasty frame of reference with work, or a blah frame of reference, that statement, that just makes you uncomfortable. So what if I change the created to work to created to contribute? How many of you out there believe that you were created on purpose to make a difference? So if that's what you believe, and I believe most of you believe that, even if you don't want to admit it, then you were in fact created to contribute. And there are two ways to really contribute, relationally and professionally. Let's just boil it down to those two areas of life. That's where purpose is. Your why. To be the best version of you in your relationships, and to be the best version of you in the workplace. Because somebody out there needs you to show up and give yourself away. So there are 7 stages to doing that work that you were born to do. Get clear, get qualified, get connected, get started, get promoted, get the dream job, and give yourself away. The 7 stages. So where are you? I'll help you figure out where you are in that climb, and it will help you do what you need to do in that stage, and then move on to the next. 844-747-2577 is the number. 844-747-2577. If you're watching live right now just after 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, thank you for engaging with us live. Give us a thumbs up right there below the window that you're watching me on. And subscribe if you've not subscribed, and share. When people join, tell them, hey, like the show. Because these live views, obviously, are never as much as your later views, just to the nature of YouTube. But we want to keep on growing, and you can help us do that. Again, the phone number, 844-747-2577. If you're watching later, meaning not just afternoon Eastern Standard Time, you can give us a call Monday through Friday, 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. We're in the studio doing our YouTube show, and then, of course, our nationally syndicated radio show, Sirius XM, and we turn those shows into our podcast. So we'd love to hear from you. 844-747-2577. Amanda is standing by. She's really, really nice, and she'll get you ready. But first, doing something that we've not done much of here on the program, and that's doing a little bit of a dive into an email we got. Now, we read emails. We love to read emails. But we got this email, and it was really curious. Madison, the producer, brought it to me, and I thought, you know what? There's a lot behind this question, and I wish that this person had called in or would call in. But it is enough of a, almost, it's one of those head scratchers, right? I don't know. Could lean this way, could lean that way in the way that it is asked. I think a lot of people would fall on different sides of this. So here was the question. Am I a broken human if I'm just content with a paycheck? Am I a broken human if I'm just content with a paycheck? Well, let's break the question down. Am I a broken human? Pause. Yes. All of us humans, because we are not perfect, we are broken on some levels. My brokenness is different than your brokenness. It's not a comparison, but there are obvious outcomes of our brokenness that may be a little bit more egregious to others. But the bottom line is we're all broken. But when you say, am I broken if I'm just content with a paycheck? That was the question. Am I broken just because I'm content with a paycheck? I thought, wow, this is very interesting the way it's been framed. So I think that question is framed wrong. Am I broken because I'm content with a paycheck? Well, first of all, you're broken whether you're content with a paycheck or not. All right, we're all broken. All right. Secondly, let's break down the word content, assuming that this listener understands the definition of content and is using it in the proper way. Then that means that, Ken, am I broken because I have peaceful happiness about my paycheck? That's what contentment is. A peaceful happiness. That's the way the dictionary uses it. And so I think to myself, all right, if you are in a job right now that is giving you a paycheck and you are saying, Ken, I am content with that, no, that does not make you broken. You're not broken because you're content with your job. It's great. Glad that you're content. However, the reason you're asking the question is because I think you know deep down that maybe there's a little bit more than contentment. Maybe there's something that you long to do and you could still be content. Can contentment live alongside of growth? The answer is absolutely it can. I can be content but not complacent. In fact, that's my challenge to this viewer in the question. No, you're not broken. Nothing wrong with you because you're content with your station, with your job right now. You're not. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. We should all be content. But we should not be complacent. Complacent is an arrogant smugness, the dictionary says, of one's position, which means I have nothing more to develop. I have nothing more to give. I have no more responsibility. So let's just use this personally on me. Am I content with what I have in my life personally and what I've done professionally? The answer is yes. I'm content. I'm at peace. But am I complacent? An arrogance to say, there's nothing more that I can learn. By the way, guys, in the control room, once I get complacent, it just simply means there's nothing more I can do. You just go ahead and shut down the show. I've given everything that I can give. I can't write any more books. Madison, I can't come up with any more content because I'm good. There's no more new stuff. Trevor, no more new stuff on YouTube. Nathan, this is where we are. Where we are today is where we're going to be. That's complacency. A smug arrogance about my position and what I've done. How many of you would truly want to listen to the show if that was my mindset? Yeah, I'm not doing any more research, by the way. Madison, don't send me any more new articles and new studies because everything we've done so far is all that I need to inform these simple people. Some of you are going, what is going on? Now listen, that's complacency. You would turn me off, and you should. Am I content? Am I at peace? Do I have a peaceful happiness that I get to do what I love? Yes. I'm so grateful that I get to do this. Beyond grateful. Happy, yes. Do I think I have more room to grow? Yes. Do I think there's more to do? Yes. Do I think there's more people to help? Yes. So what do I have to do that? I got to keep growing. So I think you should reframe your question and say, am I settling? Am I complacent? If I'm okay just to keep earning a paycheck? Yeah, I think you are complacent. Not good. Understand there's a very clear difference between contentment and complacency. There's just I want to be content. I don't want to be complacent. And this idea that anybody that strives for something isn't content is garbage. And it's also garbage on the flip side of that. That you got to always achieve more to be happy. That's not true either. The balance is I must be grateful for where I am and what I have and who I am, but also grow and keep growing. Because if I'm not growing, I'm settling, I'm dying. See, the difference is I am content with who God made me to be. So I don't want to try to be like anybody else in that control room or anybody else out there that's in the industry that I'm in. But am I to say, well, hitting 23 years of marriage, Stacy, how about anniversary night, Joe? I sit across from her and go, hey, listen, I'm pretty content with where I am as a husband. I'm going to pretty much shut it down from here. I'm not going to grow. Don't want to get better. This is it. It's ridiculous, isn't it? That's complacency. But I have to be content with this is who I am. I got my warts. I got my issues. You got your issues. You got to be content that you're not anybody else. You're you. But you better not be complacent. So that's how we have to frame that. I would not attach your paycheck to your worth. And I've never said that on this program. And by the way, I never will. What I'm saying is you were created to fill a unique role. You're supposed to give yourself away, so do it. Give yourself away. It's that simple. And in giving yourself away, get better at doing it. That's the issue. So, 844-747-2577. I love the questions. We're going to do more of that. I told Madison. So let me just put this out there. You got a question like that that's kind of a big question. You want to flip of the coin or which way is that going? Ken, dive deep on that. Madison, are we okay with that? I will do listener requested teaching. As of today, you want me to dig into something? It's not as nuanced as a question. You want you to call in for those. But if it's, hey, Ken, I want you to address this, I'm in. Going over to the chat room real quick. PP says, the challenge is content seems to pay the bills better. Not true. Not true at all. Unicorn Cheese, that's a fun name. Growth is a pleasure to watch. I agree, especially in yourself. One Way Up says, I hate my paychecks. Uh-oh. Rachel Riddle says, I want to grow, but I don't know how. Fun. That's just in the chat room alone. PP jumping back in. Nothing interests me as far the next position in my company. Should I look for a new career? Probably. Certainly a new direction. So there you go. You never know when I'm going to jump in the chat room. You got to be careful, huh, Trev? They're firing away. They never know when ADHD boy is going to zoom in, and that's always fun. We're not going to call you out in the chat room, and we don't call you out on the show as well. 844-747-2577, 844-747-2577. Shall we go to the phones? I think so. Justin starts us off in Detroit, Michigan, the Motor City. Justin, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Ken, how are you? I love that segment about contentment and complacency. I feel like we all struggle with that a little bit.
Yeah, we do. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. So I definitely want to continue to grow, and that's the reason why I called in. So I've been working in the marketing and technology field within the education sector at the collegiate level for the past 14 years, and I'm having a real hard time continuing to move up within the organization I'm in. There have been positions that have been posted, to move up into advanced positions, but almost always they're filled with external candidates, and so there's not a clear path within the organization really to keep moving up. And so I've had conversations with my supervisor about it, but there's really there's only so much that they can do in the position that they sit in. And so I'm really looking for some guidance on what to do. So I'm kind of weighing the options here, stay within this organization and just try to be patient, leave to find other opportunities outside this organization. And then I do a side hustle. So continuing to grow my own business, that's kind of just the three things I'm kind of weighing here. So would love to get your thoughts.
Well, I'm leaning towards number 2 and number 3, looking elsewhere and still growing that side hustle. Tell me if that matches up to your future. Fast forward us down the line, 5 years, 10 years. You take me where you want to take me. What's that desired future look like?
I love that question. So, I would love to work with an organization or several organizations, that are really just healthy organizations and are passionate about what they do and just love to serve people. So whether that's doing it within my own business or, honestly, I love what you guys do at Ramsey, and I think that culture is an awesome fit for somebody like me. So, it's hard to pick between the two. I know that if I wanted to do the side hustle, I'd have to get the boat, closer to the proverbial dock.
Yeah, and I get it. And I'm going to push you a little bit because you know what you're doing unintentionally? You're sounding like a politician, and I know you're not a politician.
Okay.
So I'm going to re-ask the question, and I want you to answer the question because
Okay.
you've already tried to, but you need to hear. I could help you right now, but I don't want to help you yet. I want you to hear yourself say it. What's your desired future? Side hustle or working for somebody else? Side hustle turning in. You're making all the, I get you got to walk off the dock and I get all that. I'm saying 5-10 years from now, what's the desired future? You get to give me a vision, not what I'd have to do. We'll get to the have to. What is it that you want it to look like?
Well, I think I want to spend my day just doing something I love that I don't feel like I'm taken for granted. So I know that I feel that when I do work with clients through my side hustle.
What is it that you do in the side hustle?
So I'm a website and marketing. I run my own company doing that. It's the same work that I do for my employer. It's just for companies that I really enjoy working with.
So you like the work, that website and marketing stuff. You get the juice from that.
I love that work, and I'm also a supervisor in
Why
my
is
9
it
to
so
5.
hard? Why is it so hard for you to just tell me that you would love for that side hustle to be blowing and going?
That's a good question. Maybe it's just nervous about making that the full-time deal.
Yeah, but I didn't ask you to talk about how. That's you focusing on how you get there. All I wanted you to do is tell me what you want the desired future to be. When a kid asks for a Christmas present, are you a parent?
Yeah, 3 kids.
When you ask your kid what they want for Christmas, do they kind of tell you what they want? And then they go, but I don't know, Dad, how hard you're going to have to work, how much money you're going to have to save each month to be able to get that, or they just tell you what they want?
Oh, they tell me what they want, and they circle everything, right?
Yeah, so why aren't you circling this? I want to know what your heart's telling me. I think I know, but I want you to say it. This is the last chance you get, dude. This is important.
Yeah.
What do you want your desired future to be? Paint the picture really clearly in 20 seconds or less, starting now.
So I would love to be able to run my own company. I wake up in the morning and I'm looking at my calendar, looking at client work, and I feel fulfilled doing that and serving people.
Joe, can we please applaud Justin for finally saying what he wants? Can we get a little sound effect? There it is, Justin. Clap along with us at home. You finally told us what you really want to do. Now, doesn't that feel better?
It does.
All right, now we focus on how to get there. So the question becomes, do you stay where you are because you've got some stability there and you can be a little bit more patient because you're not waiting for them to promote you, which doesn't sound like it's ever going to happen anyway. But you're not waiting on that. You are waiting for your side business to grow, meaning that the boat gets closer and closer to the dock and you're saving money like crazy. Maybe you're working a second job because you could do your current job in your sleep and you're saving up money. You're pouring every nickel that your side hustle makes back into the side hustle and you save up 6 months of your salary, or for that matter, 12 months of your salary. And then that becomes the moment that you walk away. Or you walk away and you go to another company where you're doing the same kind of work, but there's a ladder there and you keep building the side hustle. But because you got a ladder in the other place and you got a chance to get promoted, which means you make more money, which means you save the money faster. I mean, it's either A or B. Those are your clear choices, and none of those require a risk. None. True or false?
Yeah, absolutely true.
So you see, I got all fired up because you just needed me to push you. You needed me to say it's okay. Of course it's okay. Do what your heart's telling you to do, but do it wisely. And I think you have 2 options, and I just gave them to you. Now, in all honesty, are you? I'm pushing you a little bit on purpose because you got to get out of your head. Your head's telling you, oh, be careful, don't do anything stupid. Are you going to do something stupid, Justin?
No.
Then tell your brain to shut up.
Right on.
It's that simple. You're not going to do something dumb financially. So therefore, you have nothing to be afraid of. So build the business. It's going fine. You're going to get there, brother. And I like either one of those 2 options. Do you understand my advice? Any questions about the option A or B?
No, I do. I understand exactly what you're telling me.
Get after it, dude.
Yep.
Get after it. Here's why. If you don't pursue this, you'll live with the regret. and your soul's going to get sucked out of your body in that current position. Because a guy like you and just about any human that I know that's relatively healthy, when they hit a lid, meaning they can't move up any higher, it begins to just eat at us. Why? Why can't I go higher? Do they not think I can go higher? Do I not have what it takes? Do they not see something in me? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's not good. We are growth machines. We're supposed to grow. Growth is good. It's not bad. 844-747-2577. Let's go to Tom in Louisville, Kentucky. Tom, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, how you doing, sir?
Tom, I'm living the dream, and I'm fired up. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm blessed beyond belief, man.
That's what I like to hear. That's good news. What's going on?
Okay, I'm an over-the-road truck driver. I've been one for 22 years. My company I work with, I really like. I like the people I work for. It's got a real good. It's a small company. One of my previous employers wants to hire me back, which I would be making substantially more money, and they have better benefits. And I'm really in a very fortunate spot. My total overhead with my house and car is right around $20,000, and I'll be totally debt free. And my net worth is almost $500,000.
Come on, man. That's awesome. Good for you.
Well, I'm blessed. I've had good mentors in my life, so I mean.
So why are you calling me? Are you calling me to celebrate? Because you could not possibly be calling me doubting this opportunity, could you, Tom? Is it possible?
Well, yeah, because the people that gave me the job, I was terminated from a previous employer. They gave me a break. They gave me a shot when I needed it.
Yep.
And they gave me a job when I needed it. And throughout the whole pandemic, I didn't miss a beat.
I get it.
I stayed real busy. I stayed steady. And the other company, I'd worked for them once before, so I'm kind of familiar with their format. I just want to know what to do when I grow up. I'm not married, no kiddos, so I mean.
Wait a second. Wait. Is this call? Should I take this offer because I'm really loyal to the other guys?
Yes.
Okay, then it's not about what should you do when you grow up. It's just your head's telling you that this is a no-brainer. Take the job, and your heart's going, yeah, but those people were really, really nice to you.
Or they gave me an opportunity. They gave me a job when I needed one, which is no small deal, and kept me busy throughout the pandemic.
Yeah, because you're a good guy. How long have you been with these people?
Almost 2 years.
Have you done a really good job or an okay job or a crappy job for them?
Above average. B minus, C plus.
Yeah, I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. You really give yourself a B minus in your work with these folks?
Well, yeah, I mean, I do the best I can.
Yeah, all right, so that's A. If you're giving your best, that's A effort. Is that, you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here's the deal. You're a good dude. This is what you think your heart's telling you. What you're really worried about is those people thinking you're a bad guy. You think that your heart's telling you that if you leave these folks, you're not loyal. But the reality is you're worried about them saying something bad about you because you're such a good guy and they did you a solid.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
So here's what that voice is telling you. Tom, you've been on the road for 22 years. You've been a good guy. You're about ready.
Had some hiccups, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care. You're still a good guy.
Thanks.
And now you got a great opportunity sitting right in front of you. An opportunity that your head's telling you to take because it is an absolute no-brainer.
Mm-hmm. The work won't be as enjoyable, but the income would be, and I could really clean some house.
You could clean house and then go do what you really want to do.
Yeah.
This moves you up the ladder in life significantly.
Mm-hmm.
But your voice is going, don't do that. Pass up a massive opportunity to change your life because these people might be a little hurt when you leave.
Yeah.
Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? Tom,
I'm old school.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're a guy that's still dealing with some guilt and shame. I hear it all over you.
Okay.
You've referenced your past like you've done. Like, I don't care. The point is, this is a great opportunity for you. You don't have to apologize to them. You go into them, you go, guys, you're so amazing. You gave me a great shot. Love you guys. I got an unbelievable offer, an offer I cannot refuse. But I just got to tell you all, I will be eternally grateful. If there's any way I can ever help you guys, but I couldn't be more appreciative. Go buy a big, giant gift basket, or buy 2 NFL tickets to the boss or whoever, or buy them something that they love, and shower them with appreciation. But if you don't take this job, you will regret this the rest of your life. And your whole big thing is, well, I'm old school. I could have got ahead financially. I could have changed my life and moved towards my purpose, but, I can't. I'm stuck here because they did a good thing for me, so I can't leave. I can't do good for me. Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm not doing that to pick on you, Tom. I'm doing that to set you free.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. You're going to say no to the future that you are destined to step into because, well, I got to stay with these people until I die. They gave me a shot, so I can't do anything else. This is it. That's what you're saying. Get over yourself. That's what this is. Be a big boy, because you are. You've come through a lot.
Yeah.
Go shower love and appreciation on them as you leave, and leave really, really well. But don't you dare not take this opportunity. And I want you, when you, listen, you get your financial house blowing up like this, then it's like, what's the next thing? What's the dream? Keep listening to the show. Figure it out. But I think you know what it is. Tell me. Tell me 5 years from now what you'd love to be doing after you bank all this money with this new job.
I'm gonna get married, find a good person to marry, and just go forward in life, give like crazy, go to all the Buffalo Bills and Louisville Cardinal games.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Tom, that's what I want you looking at when you get off this phone call. That's what I want you envisioning when you set up the meeting to resign with these guys and be very grateful and do something nice for them. That's what I want you to think about when you call and take this position, which, by the way, you're going to call today and take it.
I'm eligible June 1st, and they get a big pay raise this month, and I'm going to just keep my nose to the grindstone.
All right, so June 1, please make the phone call, Tom, please.
Definitely. They called me today.
Good. Call them whenever you can and say yes. And right before you start to get nervous about, oh, should I do it? I want you to think of that beautiful woman sitting next to you with your elbow deep in some popcorn, or eating buffalo wings, watching the Buffalo Bills play. Whatever. I don't care.
Louisville Cardinals, and can you say a prayer that we get another Lamar Jackson?
Yeah. I'll talk to Madison, the producer. She has her own college football podcast. Madison, do you think they're going to get another Lamar Jackson? She is iffy on that one, Tom. But, Tom, you got to move forward, brother. This has happened. We get this call a lot. I'm going to do 30 seconds on this, and then we'll take a quick break. And we got a little fun stuff coming up. Look at me right here. Okay, good. This is my, I got to look into somebody's soul, Nathan. We're getting this call on a regular basis. I've got a great opportunity right before me. But I feel bad. I'm guilty. I feel like I'm not loyal to the people I'm working with now because they gave me a great opportunity. Wait a second. That's not what's going on. What's going on is you're a people pleaser, and I'm speaking as the chairman of the board of the people-pleasing club. I've been diagnosed by this by professionals. You are worried that they're going to say bad things about you when you leave. You are worried they're going to be disappointed with you, that you hurt them or whatever. So you're afraid of the conflict of just saying, I'm out. Own this, folks. And ask yourself, would you rather turn down your future just so people go, you're so loyal? Come on, folks. All right. That's what it boils down to. And we'll keep getting that call because people are good. Quick break. When we come back, really fun Momentum Monday and some data about millennials and leadership. This is the Ken Coleman Show.
Our world is changing, but so are we. Now, we see a smile through someone's eyes. We conquer our struggles and cherish each moment because we are shielded through faith and assured by hope. And greatest of all, we love. The world is different, but so are we.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Ken Coleman Show, coming to you from our Ramsey Solutions studios in Nashville. So we put out the call a couple months ago. I don't know, maybe it's longer than that. Everything blends together. I think I was talking to my wife the other night, by the way, on this. And I don't know, Joe, I know you're older than I am. Amanda's close. I don't know if this is an age thing or just a lot of stuff going on in life thing. But I was talking to my wife the other day. I was like, it's just like a couple months ago that she goes, that was 2 years ago. I'm not kidding you. I was like, at first I was in disbelief. I was like, no. And she we walked through the whole thing and she was right. It was like 2 years ago. And I mean, I was fully convinced it was 2 to 3 months. Anyway, I don't know how long ago we said we'd love to hear your updates. And we created a little fun segment on Mondays where we call it Momentum Monday. But Joe, we're only doing one today because this is a really good one. All right, this comes in from Irene, and the subject says, husband - on the way to the dream. My husband and I will celebrate 25 years of marriage this September. He has worked tirelessly to provide for us, as an electrician. He's in this field because his dad told him that he wasn't smart enough to go to college, so he needed to learn a trade. Oh, parents, God bless. Hey, parents, little quick teaching in the middle of Momentum Monday. Would you stop telling kids what they're supposed to do with their life? You control freaks. Stop it. You don't know. Why don't you have a conversation with your kid and work with your kid to learn who they are, instead of saying stuff like Irene's husband's dad said? Oh. All right, back to the email. You know what we need? We need some emojis. We need some type of emoji that when I get distracted and I go on a different rant, we need an emoji that goes alongside of that. I don't know why, but I just thought of this. So my daughter, Josie, has figured out how to do this thing, Madison, with FaceTime. So my daughter and I had a little date yesterday, and we FaceTime Stacy in the middle of it. And Josie takes the phone and hits one little thing, and next you know, her little created emoji was on her face. So when I get ranting on parents, I need some kind of head exploding, emoji. So you see this, and then all of a sudden the emoji goes in.
We could just have a squirrel run across the screen.
Like I'm doing right now?
Yeah.
Listen, folks, I don't have the luxury of having production meetings every day, so when I get an idea in the middle of the show, I want to pass it along. What does the chat room think? When I go on a rant, would you like an emoji floating on my face? What say you in the chat room? We'll see what they say. All right, here we go. Back to the email. Thank you, Madison, with a very kind. You see what she did there? It's very beautiful. She reminded me very gently to stay on track. It's a good idea, though. I think the emoji thing would be a lot of fun. Anyway, back to the email. He's in his field because his dad told him he wasn't smart enough to go to college, so he needed to learn a trade. I have nothing against trades, and my husband has excelled as a master electrician, advancing to the top of his career. His pay is well above the average pay for a master electrician. The problem is it's not his passion. I've always known this. I've always encouraged him to go to our local college to learn about computer animation, which I know is his dream. Listen to this, wives and husbands. He's incredibly talented in drawing, writing, and storytelling. He's in his happy place, when he is teaching kids. Every time I would bring up him trying something on the side, he would say he didn't have time. He's making good money. Now we're both 48. I think he just decided that he would do this 15 more years and retires. He was about ready to just kind of keep it going. I recently convinced him to get your book, and he's been listening to it on the audio format. I've asked your famous question over and over. If I could promise you that you would be successful and you'd have the qualifications, what would you do tomorrow? He would always say he didn't know or it didn't matter. Finally, he blurted out, I would do computer animation. Now, so here's what I love, right? Okay. She just keeps asking the question. Notice she didn't like tell him things he should do. She didn't say, go try this. She just keeps asking the question. We get this a lot from spouses. How do I encourage my spouse? Through questions, not through directives. Good on you, Irene. So he finally blurts out, I would do computer animation. So he's finishing up another electrical certification, and as soon as he does that, he has already requested information on animation classes. He is also spending time each day writing a children's book that he will animate. That's so good. She goes, it's so easy to do a job that's okay. Because he doesn't hate his job and actually enjoys a lot of the aspects of it. But I know that he's always wondered if it is what he was supposed to do. I actually have a picture of us in Disney after we'd been married just a couple of years. And one is him standing next to a construction site going on, and the other is him standing by the Disney Animation Studio. The captions are his actual job and his dream job. That is so rich. By the way, I want to save this. I got plans for this, so I don't forget that. It's really, really good. Irene, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that a lot. Wow. I love it. Well, one of the things we love to do in this show is bring you current events, and when we see headlines that have an impact on you, then we like to bring it to you. So here we go. All right, I feel like Ron Burgundy. Give me. I know all he needs a mustache and a little bit of a bouffant. Nathan, thank you very much. Fantastic there. In the news, older millennials have made it to management. Now they're wondering if they want to actually be the boss. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? I didn't realize this. Millennials are beginning to turn 40. The oldest millennials, Joe, I can't even believe this, are turning 40 this year in 2021. And they are and have been for a little while the largest generation in the workforce. So of the age demographics, the generational demographics, millennials are the largest in the workforce. And on top of that, this comes as the number of management roles held by people younger than 45 is about the same as those above 45. Folks, that's a huge shift. Let me say that again so you get it. The amount of people that are in management positions under the age of 45 is the same as the amount of people that are in management above 45. And it's going to continue to shift. But quickly, let's look at the landscape that's affecting millennials and these opportunities to step up, which means management, or as I like to frame it, leadership. 59% of older millennials have had their income impacted by the pandemic. This is a recent Harris poll. 15% had their wages reduced, 15% are working more hours, and 11% were laid off. Now, we're already seeing great signs of an economic recovery. I think it's going to be a massive boom, which means you're going to see more baby boomer executives retire, opt out, however you want to call it, right? And that's going to make more leadership opportunities come open, which means millennials are right there poised to step in. Not to mention the flexible workplace opportunities where companies are going to go, hey, we're okay if you work from home. And you got millennials going, wait a second, I'm ready to kind of settle in. Maybe I've got younger kids, or we're going to be having younger kids, or whatever. And I wouldn't have taken this job before because it would have meant I would have had to move across the country. But now I can stay where I am and I can work remote. Fascinating stuff. So all that means is that opportunities are opening for management. But here's what's interesting. Millennials, just like every generation before them, as they were younger, they were trying out lots of different things. That's not a millennial thing. It's been reported that way, but Gen X did it. Boomers do it, or did it rather. Young people go, okay, I want to try this, try this, try this. Here's what's unique to millennials. Millennials tend to be more open to job hopping, changing locations for advancement. Whereas we saw Gen X, my generation, and then the boomers above me, they would kind of say, I'm going to stay. I might take a promotion over here, but then I'm looking to go here. Whereas millennials are fine, just kind of, I'm moving here, and I'm getting higher and higher and higher. That's just been the norm. But here's what we're finding. Okay? They have all kinds of case studies in this article that I don't have time to go through, where essentially they're going, I don't know if I really want to lead. And so that's why I'm bringing this up. We're going to be doing more and more leadership content starting this week. For those of you going, I want to move up, but I don't know if I want to lead because leadership is this. And I've got all these perceptions of leadership, and I want to be able to blow the myth off of what leadership is and that you can, in fact, grow it. You can grow your leadership ability. It's a muscle that can be bulked up and defined. And we're going to start to teach you how to do that. It's coming here on the Ken Coleman Show, because I want those of you who are in that stage 5 of my 7 stages of get promoted to know how to lead when you don't have the title, and then how to lead when you get the title and you get the opportunity to actually lead. And that promotion is not as scary when you understand, wait a second, I can grow my leadership skills. And I can get good at this. It's possible, and it is. All right, time is up. But before I let you go, you matter, and you do have what it takes. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, this is the Ken Coleman Show. Press on.